What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 Black Armory weapon review video. Today's I'll be going over a year 1 weapon that actually got kind of like a Black Armory upgrade. It's called the Bad News XF4354. Obviously, the letters and the numbers indicate that it is now a year 2 upgraded weapon. But on how to obtain this weapon, this is a Black Armory improved year 1 weapon, as I mentioned. So it's a random drop from completing Black Armory activities, anything like forges, destroying those forge saboteurs, and you can get it from Black Armory rare bounties as well. Going over the perks on mine comes with aggressive frame, high damage, high recoil. This puts it in the 110 rounds per minute archetype. Sight-wise, we have the fast draw sight, which greatly increases handling speed and slightly increased stability. And then we have steady hand, increased stability, and then increases handling speed. Fast draw or steady, I would go either one. These are probably the best ones for the archetype because they have the most stability. Next, we have drop mag. Magazine drops on reload, wasting ammo, but greatly increases reload speed. Then we have flared mag. Well, slightly increases stability, and then greatly increases reload speed. Definitely want a flared magwell for that increased stability, plus I don't want to waste ammo. Next, we have moving target, increased movement speed and target acquisition when moving while aiming down sight. Then we have Zen Moment, causing damage with this weapon increases its stability. I do not have a mod on mine, and I didn't have a mod for the gameplay either, and it comes with a stability masterwork. Going over the archetype, so aggressive frame, I obviously said it falls in the 110 RPM archetype, which deals the most damage at the cost of fire rate, obviously. Apparently, the aggressive frame weapons have high caliber rounds as a part of the archetype. Somebody data mined that a while ago, so that's good that it kind of automatically comes with a flinch factor. Mod-wise, in general, I would use a targeting mod to make this weapon feel more sticky, especially in PvP, but if you want to utilize it in PvE, I would suggest maybe like a minor spec mod. Going over a useful masterwork, I would recommend either a range stability or handling masterwork. So you do have a few options. Obviously, since there is already a good amount of range on this thing, maybe you want to aim for stability. Maybe you want to aim for handling so you take less flinch. So you do have a few options when it comes to that. Going over PvE in the PvE side of Gambit, it would perform okay, but I think there are slightly better hand cannons and a lot better legendary weapons to be using in PvE in general. I don't think it would be horrible to use, but when it comes to things like the Midnight Coup, it would completely fall behind. Hand cannons in general are great to use in PvE activities because of the amount of damage they can pump out at a short range on those lower tier ads, which is pretty good. If you get a god roll, I would say go ahead and use it for the end game content, but in general I would say use it for more casual PvE activities, just because there are a lot better god roll weapons you can get that allow for a lot more DPS, allow for a lot more ad control capabilities. Even in Gambit, this weapon can perform well because one of the benefits of the archetype is that you can stand farther back versus the faster firing hand cannons and use it to kill ads from afar to allow for bigger blockers for your teammates, right? It makes sense that if your teammates can pick up more motes, you get bigger blockers instead of you taking it away from them. You know what I mean? So I will admit it's not good for much else other than taking out lower tier ads like most primary weapons are. But if you did want a PvE god roll, it would have things like fast draw or steady hand in the sight slot, appended mag, tactical mag, extended mag, but only paired with outlaw. Keep that in mind. Steady rounds or flared mag well in the mag slot. Outlaw or triple tap in trait column number 1, and time payload, kill clip, or explosive rounds in trait column number 2. Obviously, the perks that can come with this don't really cater toward PvE, so let's go over the Crucible and the PvP side of Gambit. It can be used effectively, but you have to choose your build and engagements wisely. I was using a sniper in the gameplay, but I would suggest using a fusion for when enemies start getting a little too close, but just outside of that shotgun range so you can survive it. Obviously, with this archetype of hand cannon, it shoots really slow, so you might not be able to kill a shotgunner if they're rushing you. So that's why I suggest pairing a fusion rifle. In general, this hand cannon can hit the most consistent damage from farther away and can kill in 1 crit and 2 body shots, I believe. Don't take my word for it. I think it's on low resilience guardians. Keep that in mind. So the recoil with the archetype is really bad. So you have to pace your shots to hit targets more effectively. Like with hand cannons, I could go on a rant about hand cannons, but obviously with the bloom effect they have now, it doesn't make them super accurate. So you need to pace your shots. Since mine had Zen Moment, the recoil wouldn't be as bad, but you can feel it if you miss. Like if you don't pace those shots, it literally looks like you hit them, but the shot just doesn't line up, and it makes me a little salty. But it does hit like a truck, especially when you catch people off guard, or if they're just rushing you from a medium distance, like you can probably drop them. On the PvP side of Gambit, it won't perform well in my opinion because most of your engagements are out of range, and you'll get outgunned easily by a variety of weapons, linear fusion and machine guns, even primaries like pulses and scout rifles and stuff like that. But if you did want a PvP god roll, It would have sights that give you a good balance of range, stability, and handling. Accurized rounds in the mag slot, 100%, you need that. Moving target, outlaw, or rangefinder in trait column number 1. And kill clip, zen moment, opening shot, or explosive rounds in trait column number 2. Going over some useful exotics and perks, the only exotic I can think of is the Lucky Pants for the Hunter, allowing you to have that mini quick draw on this hand cannon, giving you more chances to survive faster paced engagements. Like, again, it is within the slowest handling archetype, so having that increased handling and having a mini quick draw is helpful. Also, any hand cannon perks that you have, like targeting, dexterity, unflinching, etc., anything like that will help out your gameplay a lot. Going over my final thoughts, I think this hand cannon can be good for mostly PvP, not really for PvE because of the perks it comes with. If you want to use it in PvE, again, I would use it for lower tier activities, but you have to make sure you get the correct role for what you're trying to do. We're now at the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, but there are 3 things I want to go over. First up, my clan, the D1 Fire Team, is looking for active players in the Destiny community. Our members play all sorts of activities from casual PvE and PvP to the endgame content. If you're actively playing Destiny 2 and want the benefits of a bigger clan, the link to join is below. It'll say clan link. All you have to do is request to join, and myself or one of the admins will approve you. If you're with a smaller clan and want the benefits of a bigger clan, and you have, like, let's say, like 7 to 10 members, I'm just using that as an example, but if you want to come over, just send me a message on any of my social media links and we'll try to get something set up. Number 2, if you want to know how to support me, there's a link below that says best way to support me. That'll take you to a 4-minute video. If you want to go check that out, that would be awesome. But if you don't want to do that, you can always like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and all that good jazz if you want to do any of those things. Lastly, we have a link to the community Discord below. Just a heads up, we're looking for anyone with moderator experience to potentially run the Discord. I know for myself, I'm more of a player instead of a manager, so if you have some moderator experience, just send me a message and we'll try to get something set up. I know for myself, I'm on Xbox, but if you guys would like to talk or chat with me, Discord is going to be the best way to do those things. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.